Another thing I want to tell you is that lately I've been getting, since we started this podcast, I've been getting a lot of text messages from your mama, my mama. And she's like essentially feeding me like stories to talk about during the podcast. And so some of them is just, like YouTubers making videos and they're it's really clickbait because like one of them said James Harden getting traded to Philly as if it was factual. But mom see that and she see it and she's like, James Harden getting traded. And so she immediately shares that with me. I don't know if she shared it with you. Did you see that?
Scare you, don't you? It's like, man, don't let no scammers go over there.
Yeah, so so I click on it and it's clickbait. And I'm like, what? James Harden getting, and I missed the story. And it was just somebody they got her with the clickbait. And then in turn, she got me. But she sent me this one today. So I think Mama want to be on the podcast. So maybe ladies and gentlemen, maybe for the first time ever, Hoopz Junkiez is gonna have their mama on the podcast. And so y'all, she may be on there. I'm gonna talk to her and see. I think it'll be a fun thing to do and see how much Mama know about basketball, talking basketball.
Yeah, but I hate to have to roast my mama on this podcast, but she better know her stuff when she come on.
She gonna get blasted. I can see you blasting on the podcast. And so she sent me this. It's from SB Nation, and I'm looking down because I'm reading it on my phone because she sent it to me in a text. And so it's I can tell you the story was written by Darren Uven, and you can find him at Darren Uven, and the title of it is Rocket Start Coaching Search with Stephen Silas and Wes Unseld Jr. And so why is that relevant? Well, because my mama texted it to me. That's the reason why it's relevant. And I wanted to just share that with you so that mama can see that I'm not ignoring her text and that I'm actually talking about the stories that she's sharing with me. But I'll give you a little bit. Adrian Wojnarowski is the one who tweeted it out. And when Adrian Wojnarowski tweets something out, everybody pays attention.
Is Woj out of Twitter prison? Did he get his rights back? He was suspended for a little while. I don't know.
Really? What was he suspended for? I'm not on Twitter, so I don't really follow anybody's Twitter.
Come on, man, let free Woj.
Yeah, free Woj.
No, nothing happens in the NBA unless Woj tweeted first.
Right, exactly.
It
ain't really happen.
Every once in a while, Shams, Woj will let Shams get the beat on something. I think it's just to have somebody else out there, to keep competition going. But
well, here's the thing: I don't understand why Woj got put in Twitter prison and Donald Trump haven't.
Story, but I know he was in Twitter prison or suspended, something like that. It was.
All right. Well, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says Silas was rumored to be Houston GM Daryl Morey's second choice before Mike D'Antoni was hired in the summer of 2016. So it looks like he's getting another crack at it. He's the son of former NBA coach Paul Silas and has spent time as an assistant with Charlotte, New Orleans Hornets, Cleveland Cavaliers, Washington Wizards, Golden State Warriors, and now the Dallas Mavericks. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know a lot about the coaches themselves. I pay more attention to the teams and the players on the team and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, a lot of times the coaches are not the big story. It's what's going on with the players. But I don't know. The guy sounds like he has a lot of experience going from coaching all of these different teams, like being an assistant coach. Do you have any take on that?
Well, I'm kind of like you. I think anytime you start speculating on coaches, especially an assistant coach, only thing you really can go off of is what you see from the team performance. So, if they are saying that he is the offensive coordinator. I know when we had in 2008, we signed Mike D'Antoni, we paired him up with Jeff Bisdelic.
Mm-hmm.
And it was known that Jeff Bisdelic, you're there to coach the defense.
Right.
You're there to make we know Mike D'Antoni can coach offense. You go coach defense, and it made it work. So then from that standpoint, you're looking at it, it's like, okay, this dude, this guy, he knows defense. He can coach this part up. He also has some head coaching experience. So in the event he needs to step in for a short period of time, you feel kind of confident with that. Also, I'll give this to Steven Silas, is that, he grew up around the game. His dad played, his dad coached, and then, being around the Golden State Warriors, being around the Dallas Mavericks, you're around a good coach and you're around a good culture and stuff like that. And, he was almost the choice, before Mike D'Antoni got hired. So, I mean, it makes sense that you would go back there again and revisit it. But I mean, thinking that I know how it would turn out, no, I don't know. I'm expecting that he's been around the game long enough, so he'll command some respect from the players. He's probably got some good relationships in the league, and that, in the league, that relationships go a long way. But the only thing that I feel like I can say I don't want to do, I hear people saying we should hire, Sam Cassell or a former Rocket to come in and coach. And what I don't want to say that I wouldn't want to hire Sam Cassell, because he's also put in his time as an assistant, paid his dues, and things like that. But I don't want to hire someone just because they have ties to the organization. Hire the best person for the job.
Right.
The Rockets are also, we're not a team that is kind of up and coming. You're trying to, establish a, lay the foundation and all that type of stuff. The Rockets are in their window now, if that window hasn't already passed. So you need a coach that's going to hit the ground running, get results, instant results, and put them in position to win a championship now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is. After this Doc Rivers hire in Philly, I've even heard, I think I saw someone on Twitter the other day suggest maybe the Rockets and Mike D'Antoni should kiss and make up.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
You know what? I was actually thinking about that today when I read this story, and then I also read the story that Doc Rivers was hired on to Philly. I thought for sure Mike D'Antoni was going to Philly, but
so Rivers hit the market.
Yeah. I mean, and when you think about it, I've read the stories that the Rockets actually wanted to keep Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah.
I think what they were trying to do is light a fire up under his butt by not extending him earlier. And it's one of those things where Mike D'Antoni was trying to get out ahead of it and be like, I'm not going to let y'all fire me. I'm going to just jump ship,
I think Tillman Fertitta is trying to run the Rockets organization the way he runs his businesses. He's going to push and push and push and demand and demand and demand results. And, the NBA is not the restaurant business or the casino business.
Right.
Now, I'm not sure if they actually wanted to keep him or if it sounds nice to say that I wanted to keep you. But once Daryl Morey committed to small ball and traded everybody over 6'9", maybe at the once they finish once you're left with the roster like this, you might be looking at it like, okay, this is our roster. Who's the best person to coach it? He might be coming out and saying Mike D'Antoni is the one to coach
because he's the one who built that roster, and it's like, he obviously would tolerate not having the big man. Thank you for watching the Hoopz Junkiez Podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. And if you want to check out more videos, don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you are alerted anytime we post a video.